Our story begins in a hole in the ground, which was on the planet Felusa. Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker lay there, thinking that death would claim him. But then he thought, would he see his mother again? Or would he become nothing, like the Jedis? And he would when someone died. Then a blue light shone on him. He looked at it. It was a blue ring and it was flying. And then it spoke to him. Anakin Skywalker of Tatooine, what do you hope for? He thought about it. What did he hope for? Then it came to him. To see Padme, Ahsoka, Rex, and for this world to end. That is what I hope for. The ring got brighter, as if seeing his hope. Then, welcome to the Blue Lantern Corps. Anakin opened his eyes, and his Jedi robes were replaced by a blue uniform with armor on it. What is this? This is a Blue Lantern uniform. It can be modified as you please. Well, at least he could choose what his uniform looked like. Now, he had to get back to his Hooker and Padme. Anakin asked what is on his way back to the base. Anakin asked the ring what it could do. However, the ring told Anakin how every ring's function were limited without the will of a Green Lantern, meaning he was unable to make his own constructs. Also, he could not enter transluminous space, nor was his personal shield online, but he could fly without a starfighter and even space, which in Anakin's eyes did seem like fun, but there was something else. He felt more connected to the Force, as if his pain was gone, but Anakin didn't mind. Sure, he used his pain to drive him, but he liked his new feeling. When he got back to base, he saw that everyone was gone. Ring? How long would it take me to get to Coruscant without transluminous space? Doing the planet? 2 hours. Well, that was better than he thought. It would be. As Anakin left Felusa, he noted that if he was going to start flying with the ring, then he had to use this time to learn. As Anakin, he learned that he liked flying without a starfighter, but it didn't mean he wouldn't use it. Use his fighter anymore. It meant that there wouldn't be another incident like the one they had with Odd, who going missing. When Anakin finally got to Coruscant, he transferred his course to the planet's atmosphere. Luckily, no one got suspicious because it was his codes. As Anakin landed at the Jedi Temple, his ring powered off. Power levels 45%. Recharge needed. Anakin stared at the ring. If recharging his ring every so often was the price for its power, he didn't mind. He just had to keep in mind to keep an eye on the power. of when his ring was low. Okay, ring, how do I recharge you? Power battery needed. One would be anywhere and within the hour. Anakin didn't question it. He just nodded. As he walked into the temple, everyone was looking at him as if they saw a ghost. Once he got to the Jedi Council chambers, he could hear Obi-Wan asking the encounter and Ahsoka would be resigned to him. Anakin walked in, telling Obi-Wan he couldn't get rid of him that easily. The other Jedi Council was shocked. Obi-Wan had told them that Anakin was dead. Then Shakti stood up, a bit angry. He demanding that Obi-Wan tell them what really happened on Felucia. So Obi-Wan told them what happened. Anakin started trying to tell the truth. He and Ahsoka and the men were outnumbered, and Obi-Wan needed reinforcements, and told Ahsoka to split the men up. Leaves with Anakin and take the rest with her, or bring them to Obi-Wan. Mace then stood up, telling Obi-Wan that he was Ace stood up, telling Obi-Wan that although Anakin was no longer his full-time apprentice, it was Obi-Wan's job to still teach Anakin. Thus, as master, he telling Obi-Wan his promise that he'd be demoted and removed from the Jedi Council, or for leaving Anakin for dead. Kenobi nodded and bowed his head. When the council asked how Anakin survived, Anakin told him that he built a ship from spare parts, just to get him off of Felucia. But the ship burned up before he could land at the temple, forcing Anakin to leave the ship. And with that, the meeting was over. As Anakin and Obi-Wan left the meeting, Anakin asked Kenobi where Yoda was, to which Obi-Wan said, and he was off with her at the moment. Anakin knew it was wrong to lie to the council, but he didn't want them to know about his ring. They might take it from him. The ring had given him peace, more than he found with Obi-Wan. As Anakin finally got to his ring, he found a small blue man in his room. Greetings. We have much to talk about, Gareth said. Anakin sat down, hearing what Gareth had to say, and it was a lot. He was now a member of the Blue Lantern Corps, the first human of the Corps. Gareth told him that he was the third member, and he would like Anakin to come with him to Oda for training, and to get better control of his ring. Anakin thought about this, and it wasn't a bad idea. He could learn a lot from this Blue Lantern Corps, but he was going to tell Padme and Ahsoka. He didn't know if he wanted to tell Palpatine yet, but he decided later. He would. After Anakin talked with both Padme and Ahsoka, he told the answer. Thought he was going on a meditative retreat to find himself, looking for The castle's on no problem with this, and then Anakin go, not knowing of his new path. Then he had found on Felusa. When Anakin met Ganthet, he told him that his ring was almost empty. Ganthet sat Anakin down once more and gave Anakin his own blue power battery. It told Anakin the Blue Lantern oath. In fearful day and raging night, with a strong hearts full, our souls ignite. When all seems lost in the whirl of light, look to the stars, for hope burns bright. As he finished the oath, Anakin's ring told him that power levels were back to 100%. And with this, the two were off. On the way, Ganthet gave Anakin a brief history of the Blue Lantern Corps, and another, called the Green Lantern Corps. Anakin was amazed at the history of this man, and was excited to get to Odom. Once there, Anakin will meet Hal Jordan, one of the greatest of the Green Lantern, and said to walk along with Brother Worth. As Anakin talked with the other Blue Lanterns, Ganthet spoke about Anakin. Hal was surprised that there were now 3,602 sectors in the universe, and that there were other humans out there in the universe besides on Earth, along with the life of the man he found. After everything was said and done, Hal, skywalker, wrote for Anakin, and left Odom to hunt down a man named Sinestro. As the four lanterns flew to Sinestro, the other Blue Lanterns told Hal about the mission. After saving a dying star, Anakin saw that the Blue Lantern Corps could do much more than the Jedi ever could. The next 5 minutes, however, were in slow motion. The Red Lanterns, the death of someone Hal knew, and Jordan himself given over to his rage. Anakin was shocked. Hal seemed so calm and cracked jokes when he first met him. But now, Anakin saw the same dragon in Hal, that was in himself. Then Anakin had an idea. In order to save Hal, he must welcome him into the Blue Lantern Corps. Hal, I don't know if you can understand me, but let's hope this works. And like that, Hal Jordan was now a green Blue Lantern. After the whole Red Lantern battle, Anakin and Hal were taken to meet the Guardians of the Universe. And Anakin knew, like the Jedi Council, he didn't trust these Guardians. And they didn't like him or his new friends. But he knew he had to get back to Coruscant before the Jedi's had held a search party for